2 of how to energetically cleanse your space in your home. So if you watched my previous video, you know that I talked about Palo Santo, all the benefits of Palo Santo and how to use it. If you haven't, feel free to go check that video out first if you would like. But today we're gonna continue to dive in and talk about sage, which is the second tool that I use to energetically cleanse my space. A lot of you have probably heard more about sage than Palo Santo, especially seeing it being used more in pop culture. But a lot of you may be wondering just what are the benefits of sage over Palo Santo and how to use that instead of Palo Santo. So one thing about when I started using sage to me was I found a lot of videos that were outdated or they just didn't align with how I felt like I needed to use it. So hopefully this video is informational, more updated version, especially for us millennials, because these tools have been used for thousands and thousands of years, but when it comes to the year 2020, we definitely want to have ways that show us or have videos that show us how to use it in a way that best serves us. Now, first off, the benefits of sage is that it's used to clear both negative and positive energy. So like I said, if you watched my Palo Santo video, you know that Palo Santo is good for clearing the negative energy and keeping the positive. Sage pretty much just resets all the energy. And you may be wondering, okay, so why would I want to reset my entire energy? Why wouldn't I just want to keep the positive and just reset the negative? And I pretty much explain it like this, or this is the way that I interpret it. So have you ever been around someone and you absorb their energy, whether that's positive or negative? Of course, if it's negative, we immediately want to get rid of that because it's just like, oh, I don't want that funk on me. But when it's positive, it's also not your energy. So it's not going to last. It's like having a shot of caffeine. For a second, you might feel that like perkiness, you might feel alive, but after it's gone, and you're just left feeling the way you felt before. So that's why I think it's important to reset your entire energy and to clear your entire space so that you can bring the energy and the vibe that is signature to you. So smudging with sage helps me to regain control over my energy and my vibrations and to differentiate my vibes from the energy of somebody else. It's especially important for me to do it when I've had people over, when I've had a rough day and I just feel funky, after I've been around a lot of people, so whether that's at a club, a concert, out to dinner with a lot of friends, and there's just so many different energies going around. I use it when I've been sick because it's a natural antibacterial substance, and it purifies your space, it resets all energy, like I said, it enhances your intuition. There are also mood boosting properties of sage, so it's good for relieving stress and anxiety. So that's another way that I personally use sage. I pretty much also use it once a month. So I do a monthly cleaning where I just get rid of things in my home, where I dust everything, mop, all of that. I mean, I mop this up more often, don't get me wrong, but there's just one day of the month that I dedicate to staging my home, and that's to get rid of all the energy that I may have brought into the home from other places, and also the energy that may have been brought into my home from other people. So now I'm going to give you a quick how-to guide on using sage. If you watch my Palo Santo video, it's very similar. There's just a few added elements. So first off, you're going to need sage. Sage comes in 2 forms. I prefer using it in smudge stick form. I bought this at my local holistic shop. You can also find it on Whole Foods. If you check out my blog, I posted some places on Amazon where you can also purchase it. It's pretty inexpensive. But sage also comes in loose form. So loose sage, you would want to use a like a smudge pot, a fireproof pot with like sand. For more information on loose sage, you can check out my blog. Today, I'm just gonna give you a quick tutorial on how to use the smudge stick. So yeah, you're gonna need this smudge stick. I just bought a brand new one. at the store the other day. You're also gonna need fireproof bowl, which I showed you in my Palo Santo video. And you're gonna need a lighter, matches. You can use a candle that's already been lit. I prefer to use a lighter personally because I have nails and I'm not trying to burn them. So I also recently purchased this feather. It's a Native American feather, and you can use this to just clear the smoke out and to just disperse the smoke in your space. But this is just optional. This isn't necessarily needed. So what you want to do is, first, before you even think about lighting the sage, you want to visualize what you want your space to feel like. For me, I always want my space to be filled with peace, prosperity, love, abundance. You really want to paint this picture in your mind. How does your ideal space feel? When you walk into your space, do you feel zen? Do you feel peace? Does it feel positive? Does it make you feel like instantly mood boosted? Do you feel just love in your home space? So that's what you first want to do, is to really visualize and think about how ideally you want your home to feel. After you do this step, you want to set an intention. Normally my intention includes, may my home be filled with peace, prosperity, love, and abundance. Please remove all negative energy from my space. That's pretty much what I typically say every time that I smudge with sage. Now, it varies sometimes because it just all depends on what I'm going through or what has occurred. So really don't feel like you have to say the same thing every time. It can vary. You can play music while you smudge with sage. I love to play Bob Marley, a little Erykah Badu. Sometimes I play some Maxwell, something that really zens and makes me feel like positive about my space. But you definitely want to mention releasing what you don't want in your space. So releasing the negative energy from your space is very important. And you'll want to keep this intention and this visualization in your mind the entire time that you are conducting this staging and cleansing your home process. So now that we've visualized what we want our space to feel like, now that we've set an intention for our space, we want to get to the actual smudging process. So you want to take your smudge stick and you hold it at a 45-degree angle, similar to what we did with Palo Santo. And we're just gonna light the end. I don't typically like the entire circle. I tend to just focus on one end of it, because normally if you light the entire thing, it's gonna be so much smoke, and you don't wanna, especially if you have asthma, you don't wanna inhale so much of the smoke. You want the smoke to disperse throughout the room. So I'm just gonna light the small end of it, like so. And you wanna let it burn for about 30 seconds. You have to relight it a couple times or hold the flame. Alright, after it's lit, you either want to place it, if you have loose sage, like I will, or have explained on my blog, you want to place it in your in your fireproof bowl. You have two options. You can either hold it like this and just be careful so that the ashes don't fall onto your floor, and you can use your, if you have a feather like this. If not, you can really just take the smudge stick like this around your space, or you can just place it into the fireproof bowl like this. It just kind of depends on how I feel. I've done all three. For all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna hold it. So while the sage is burning, you really want to think and have the visualization of how you want your space to feel in your mind. You want to take this smudge stick from each point in your home, each room of your home, and pretty much hit all areas of that space. So that means corners. I usually go from corner to corner. I hit all my windows. I circle around the space. I also open up my cabinets, my doors, my closets. just to release the energy that could just be hiding or hoarding in that space. It's worked for me. It's beneficial for me. I suggest doing that. You don't have to, of course, but that just kind of for me guarantees that I have actively worked to release all the energy from my space. So after you take it from room to room and you repeat the intention and have this visualization in your head, you can repeat the intention out loud, or you can just have this intention in your mind as you go from space to space in your home. After you're done with that, you want to put the sage stick out. Make sure you put it out. Sometimes if I just want it to burn a little bit more, I may just let it burn a little bit by itself in the fireproof bowl, but you don't have to do that. Just make sure you put it out, because I am not responsible for the fires in your home, okay? So after you do that, then you want to open up all the doors, all the windows. So I open up my doors, open up closet doors, I open up all the cabinets, keep them open, and I open up the windows. When you open up the windows, you really want to think about the negative energy removing itself from your home. And you want to imagine positivity just coming into your space. So imagine all the negativity removing itself from your home. I tend to visualize a cloud of black smoke that just disperses from my space. After you're done with that, you want to give gratitude for the experience and for removing the negativity and releasing that from your home, and that's pretty much the process. So I hope this little tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. If this video was helpful, please also let me know, because I want to make sure that I'm providing information in the most beneficial way for all of you. And if you have any other suggestions or anything else you want to see, any other smudge sticks that you want to see being used, I've been thinking about doing a sweetgrass one, so if you're interested in that, please also comment that below. For more information, please check out my blog at SimoonWellness.com. That's SIMOO Wellness.com. And until next time, I wish you guys many peace and blessings.